everybody. How you guys doing today? Welcome to another episode of the Outlier Podcast with your boy, the Outlier B. We're a little bit early, about 3-4 minutes early today, but I left the house a little bit early today, and that means I could walk at a slower pace today, man. Slower pace because I am very, 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 very tired, my people. Very, very, very tired. Last night was a long night. I pulled the all-nighter, my people, all-nighter. And I pulled the all-nighter based off of some of the things that's happening at work. But we'll get into that. We'll definitely get into that. We got a action-packed episode lined up for you. First, we're going to be speaking about that fragrance of the week, which is Harlem Nights by Bond Number 9. Then I'm going to be telling you about my night, which goes into a little bit about work. After that, we are going to be speaking about dreams. And dreams led me to this conversation that we're going to have a little bit later, if we can get all the way there, my people. So how you cats doing today, man? How you guys doing? We got one person on the check-in, one like. When you step into the podcast, hit that like button if this is something that you're into. And what is this? I'm nothing but a regular brother on his way to work, speaking about things that happen throughout the day, mentioning recent topics. We got my boy ZZ, who has become a regular. What's up, homeboy? How you doing? He said, good morning, man. How you doing? I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. I'm going to be speaking about some data topics a little bit later, so this may be something you want to stick around for, man. But I'm good. How's everything going out there in India this afternoon? How's your day going so far? So, yeah, everything is straight, man. Everything is straight. The fragrance of the week is Bond Number 9, Harlem Nights. Now, I told you cats that I got a full bottle of this one. This is a sweet, savory fragrance right here. A sweet, savory fragrance that can be your signature scent. But I'm going to let you guys know this, man. If you choose the Bond Number 9 Harlem Nights as your signature scent, it comes with a personality type, man. It comes with a personality type. So we got some people on the check-in, and let's read the comments. Somebody said, is there anything scary going on? Is there anything scary going on? Probably, but let's just hope that I don't run into the scariness today. Shout out to somebody last week who was on the check-in. They hit me up and they said that this walk reminds them of a Kid Cudi song. And I went back and checked that song that they were talking about. And damn, son, what y'all trying to say? My block look scary and freaky and like is something mysterious about to happen? Y'all scared of the night? Y'all think that this block looks scary? It don't look like Elm Street. Where we got somebody on the check, and they said, you in USA? Somebody said, yeah, I'm in the USA. This is New York area right here. This is Freeport, New York, Nassau County. We are a suburb of New York City. My people, a suburb of New York City. So yes, we are in the United States, and I am in the state of New York. But this isn't New York City. We about 20 to 30 minutes away from Queens and about 45 minutes to an hour away from Manhattan. Somebody said, I'm in a hurry. Just came here to say hi. Bye. I'll catch you later. Take care. All right, ZZ. I'll catch you later, too, my brother. Thanks for checking in. Eric Tyrell said he's behind me. And like always, I got to check behind me to make sure that ain't nobody behind me. Because the day I don't check is the day I get clubbed. My boy Big Mont came on. He said, Harlem Nights. You gonna smell like Della Reese, pinky toe. Funny, funny, funny. That's classic. That's classic right there, Big Mont. You stay mentioned in the classics. Harlem Nights was definitely a classic movie. Shout out to Della Reese. Uh, now I got to cut you. What she say? Now you want to shoot me in my pinky toe. Now I got to cut you. That's exactly what she said to the legend also from Long Island, Eddie Murphy. Yes, sir. But nah, this Harlem Nights is good, man. Somebody said I live in Guinness Land. Okay, okay. Shout out to Guinness Land. Okay, all right. All right. So, yeah, Harlem Nights is one of those fragrances that's, what the hell was that? Y'all heard that? Was that a bird? Yeah, that's a bird making all that damn noise this morning, yo. What's going on over here? Y'all see it? So, yeah, Harlem Nights is the fragrance, my people. Harlem Nights is the fragrance. It's a good, sweet one, man. You know, I say, Big Mott said Della Reese. I say Duke Ellington, one of those type of freaky people. That's what you're going to be walking around smelling like, man. Think of Harlem back during the Renaissance time. You're going to have people there drinking whiskey, drinking cognac, smoking cigars. Think of all that, man. Jazz music playing in the background. That's what you think of when you wear something like this. And if you're wearing it, you got to be that type of brother, you know? You got to be a a smooth cat. You got to be a smooth cat. Somebody said, be that what it may. That's a Leprechaun, Guinness / potatoes, Ireland. Okay, okay, Ireland, straight up from Guinness. Okay, potatoes, Ireland. I knew a couple people I work with from Ireland, man. You know, one of my favorite people who I used to work with, he was straight from Ireland, man. He was a wild, wild, wild boy, man. I'm telling you, when I say wild, I mean, he's still living, but I don't work with him anymore. But he was a wild dude, man, you know. Talk a lot, a straight up hustler. He had went out there, he moved to Ireland. And, you know, he used to tell me all the fights he used to get into out there. Ireland is a place I definitely want to go to, man. I want to go to. And he said leprechauns. That's hilarious. Hilarious, yo. So, yeah. So, you know, if you get into that bond number 9, definitely it's a signature scent. But you just got to make sure that your scent matches your personality. Because when they do, man, that's when you start getting the compliments, you know? That's when you start getting the compliments. Somebody else said, my friend said to watch your stream, by the way. Okay, your friends, which one of your friends told you to watch the stream? That's what's up. I likes. Word of mouth. Keep spreading the word of mouth, man. I definitely like that. So, yeah. So now we're going to move into that work stuff. Last night, I stayed up, almost pulled all night of my people. Damn near 1 o'clock, stayed up to 12:30, 1 o'clock, messing with these people, man. And I told y'all cats that these dudes want war. Like, they're not going to stop until they make the whole department look crazy. And it's just sad, man. It's just sad that things got to work out like this. I tend to try to be peaceful with everybody, to work in a collaborative way. But these cats don't want to collaborate, man. They want war. They want war. So when you answer these things, you can't be too defensive. You can't really go on the attack like that. What you really have to do is to just be real strategic when you're dealing with certain people, man. Somebody said, my tall ass friend. He said, which one of his friends is tall ass friend? Hilarious, man. Who you talking about? Big Mont? Who you talking about? Big Mont told you to watch it? Yeah. But yeah. So, you know, you don't want to be too defensive when these things come along, especially when you're defending yourself. You don't want to make it seem like you're attacking anybody. So every single email that you sent out, the words got to be vetted. The words got to be vetted. And, you know, it's interesting. It's interesting just listening to, watching every single word you say in the email to make sure that it can't be misconstrued, to make sure that people can't turn it against you. It's, you know, on a whole nother level, man. And it's kind of frustrating, And I am very tired, man. But we're going to keep pushing. We are going to keep pushing, my people. Definitely gonna keep pushing. We got somebody on the check-in says, I have to go now, but I hope you have a great day. Bless. Thank you, man. Eric Tyrell, thank you, Eric. I hope you have a blessed day too. Hope you have a blessed day too. So, yeah, man, let's get into the next topic, which is dreams. My people, we're gonna talk about dreams. And this is gonna lead into the last thing that we speak about. Now, the last couple of weeks, man, even the last few months, man, I'm gonna tell y'all what I've been having dreams about, man. And y'all let me know if you guys have dreams and if your dreams often come true. And what's your idea on what dreams mean? So, I don't know if it's because I've been tired lately. I don't know if it's because I've been stressed. I don't know if it's because I've been dealing with different things in life, but I've been dreaming about death, my people. And I don't even like speaking about this type of stuff, man, but I've been dreaming about death. I've had about 4 dreams, man, in the last month or so, and they all revolve around death. The other day, I was laying in my bed, half awake and half asleep, and I heard a voice whisper into my head. It said, "This is the day you die." Anything ever happen like that? Somebody said, "Are you dreaming now?" We may all be dreaming now, my man, Mark Carson. We may all be dreaming, but I was half up and half asleep, and a voice like just said to me, "Today is the day you die." And yo, that was one of the scariest things that I've ever experienced. It was like a deep voice, and it said, "Yo, you gonna die today." And that was one situation. I've had other situations just this week where I'm in my house, and then the doctor give me a paper, and it says that I have a terminal illness. And other people was reading it, the note, they handed it to me, and like I didn't know what was going on. I know the emotion that I was having, like, damn, yo, what is this? This just came out of nowhere. But it was something that said, you have a terminal illness. I didn't know what the terminal illness was, but I was afraid when that happened. I've had other dreams where I've actually about to die, and then I wake up. And everybody that's on the check-in, we got 5 people on the check-in. Do you guys think dreams come true? Have you guys ever had dreams that came true? And what are some of the scariest dreams that you guys had? What are some of the scariest dreams you guys had, man? Because they could definitely seem real. The dreams could definitely seem real. It's scary, man. It's definitely scary, yo. I tend to have dreams where I dream of people, and then I see them like maybe a week later or the next day. So in no sense, those types of dreams come true, but events never really come true. Events never really come true. Somebody said, "I hope my dreams come true." What kind of dreams do you have, my brother? Glitter, Red 1. What kind of dreams do you have? He said, "My dreams come true." Okay, so what kind of dreams came true? Somebody said, "I hope my dreams come true." Who is that? Gala, what kind of dreams do you hope come true? What kind of dreams do you have that you hope come true? Yeah, So, the dreams that I have of people, they tend to come true. But those events never happen, man. Those events never happen. I've, since a kid, had dreams of aliens coming to the earth and taking over. But these aren't, I don't know where they're from. The heavens, like these things don't seem like aliens in the sense of what you would think as an alien. These things seem like gods, like, creators, like things that have things in their eyes and expressions in their eyes and thoughts. Like the expressions in their eyes express thoughts that we can't even comprehend over here as humans. And when I looked in their eyes, these are just some of the dreams that I had before. Like I've witnessed that they got so much power, in their hands that they can do anything to us. And those have definitely been reoccurring dreams that I had in my life. Somebody said, Glitter Red, she said, "My brother, I'm very much female." Oh, I'm sorry. No disrespect. Somebody said the day the music died, the levee was dry. The day the music died, the levee was dry. All right, Big Mont over here getting political with me, getting philosophical. Somebody said, literally, when I dream of someone, I see them as well. I gotcha. Yeah, it's the same way with me. I definitely see people, and then I see them in my dreams. But yeah, these dreams, I hope they don't come true, man, because they center around death. And y'all know how I feel about death, man. And aliens coming that maybe from other worlds that got power that we can't comprehend. And I've looked into these things' eyes, and it's like, I don't know, man. It's just weird. The weirdest thing, you know? So with all this death that I've been hearing about, it got me to thinking, let's say I did get a diagnosis tomorrow. Let's say we did get a diagnosis tomorrow, and it says that you have 5 years to live. So I'm asking the chat, anybody who's been walking with me, anybody that's down, if you have 5 years left to live, what are some of the things that you would do if you only have 5 years left? Somebody said hi on the check-in. Pinka Jazz, what's going on? Where you coming in from? Where you checking in from? And we got 15 people on that check-in. Hit that like button when you step in, and also subscribe if this is something that you like. What type of podcast is this? I'm just a regular brother on him way to work every single morning, speaking about his life and speaking about different topics. And today, we are speaking about death, my man. Death, my ladies and gentlemen. And if you got terminal illness and it said you have 5 years to live, what would be important to you? And what would be some of the things that you would do? Somebody said, is it bubblegum pink or roast beef brown? Y'all funny. Somebody said, are you from New Jersey or New York? Guessing New Jersey. Somebody said they guessing New Jersey. You're close. You're close. Not New Jersey. This is New York. Right here. This is New York, but not New York City. This is Long Island, New York, Nassau County. I'm right now in Freeport. I'm on my way to work in the city. So you was very close. Not Jersey, but New York City. My people, New York City. Somebody said, Big Mont said 5 years. They gave me 90 days and spent most of it cracking jokes. Big Mont getting serious on the check-in. He said they gave him 90 days and he spent most of it cracking jokes. All right. Somebody said, what up, brother? Ain't nothing. I'm chilling. How are you? Somebody said, I would just live. Big Mont said he would just live. We got Bankroll Fresh. He said, get multiple life insurance policies for my babies. Gotcha. That's very, that's important. That's definitely important. You said that. I hope you have the life insurances now, because that's the thing about life, man. We never know. You never know when it may come to an end. You know what I mean? We got, somebody said, Radman Crib. That's funny. I remember Radman Crib. Nah, was Radman in for Cribs? Was he in, I think he was in Suffolk County when he did his Cribs. I think that was Suffolk. No, I'm bugging. That was Staten Island. Staten Island. Nah, that's Staten Island. I think you're confusing. I'm in Long Island. Long Island, Staten Island, 2 separate places. We're similar. We got some similar vibes, but at the same time, we are a different place. So this is Long Island. This is Long Island, not Staten Island. Somebody said New York City is overrated, in my opinion. He said New York City is overrated in his opinion. How can I answer that? I agree. To a certain extent, New York City is most definitely underrated when it comes to space. You definitely do not get a lot of space in New York City. You got a bunch of, the prices are very high. The taxes and everything is very high in New York. So in those senses, it is overrated. But at the same time, I've been to a lot of different cities, and New York definitely got its feel that you fall in love with, It's a feel that you fall in love with, the energy in New York City, the fact that we could do almost anything at any time. Our public transportation is great. So, we are overrated in some things, but in some things we do get the reputation that we deserve. Somebody else said, going to work like a real man. Salute, brother. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Matt. I respect that. And I respect you too, my brother. Respect you too. Somebody said, we are farmers, tourists. Somebody said, we are farmers, tourists. All right, he said we're farmers. I get that. That's what's up. That's what's up. I always wanted to learn how to, live off the land. My grandparents were from the South, and they was from the South during a different time. So my grandmother, I think she only got like a fifth grade education. And my grandfather, I think he barely graduated high school, but they were both farmers. We used to have a big ass garden in our yard out here in Nassau County that had all different types of fruit. It had vegetables, and it was peace. That's how we grew up with my grandparents. It was definitely cool. But what would y'all do, man? Somebody said, what's your opinion on Donald Trump? What's my opinion on Donald Trump? It's interesting, man. Interesting opinion when it comes to human, yo. I've never seen anything like that. Somebody, when it comes to human, yo. I've never seen anything like that. Somebody said New York City is predominantly tourist. Certain parts of New York City definitely is predominantly tourist. I would say that. But then other parts, I wouldn't say that they're predominantly tourist, depending on where you are. But yeah, my friend, man, he was in love with Trump. I've never seen anything like this. Like, he was really about to say that Trump is a god, yo. Like, he got close to saying that Trump is a god and that Trump could do whatever he wanted to do. Saying that Trump is the most important man in history. Like, it was just crazy, man. But Trump is polarizing, man. Trump is a polarizing guy. And as a New Yorker, we've known him since the 80s. We've known him since the 80s. So, I remember a lot of things about Donald Trump. What I feel about him, I ain't go too deep into him, man. I don't go too deep into him. I see so many people letting politics run and ruin their life. Listen, man, no one person gonna have that type of effect on me that I hate them. Nobody gonna make me hate them. I don't care, son. You understand what I'm saying? I don't care. I'm gonna always live my life. So my answer to that is Trump is Trump, man. Trump is Trump. I'm gonna live my life. He gonna do what he wanna do. And that is what it is, man. And somebody said, please, no politics. Exactly. Thank you. Please, no politics. Exactly. They used to always tell me, it's certain things you don't discuss. Religion, politics, and your salary. And that's true, man. That is 100% true. You keep your opinions to yourself on those types of things, unless you want to put yourself out there, And, I kind of walk those fine lines. I don't disrespect people. I listen to their opinion. Everybody has a right to their own opinion, and they do what they want to do. You feel me? I can't put my brain inside of your brain or live the life that you lived and tell you how you supposed to live, You live how you live. You dig? But I'm about to step out of here. Thanks, everybody, for checking in. We right here at the 7-Eleven. I'm about to go in there, make me my coffee. I love everybody for checking in. Hit that subscribe button if you can. We are on a race to 1,000 subscribers. We at 993, my people. So hit that like button. Also, check me next week. Tomorrow. Check me tomorrow. And I'll get more into that topic about if you got 5 years left, what would you do? What would you do? For me, I would definitely want to make amends with anybody who I felt like we had misunderstandings with, especially my loved ones. I would go visit all my loved ones, the people who helped raise me, the people who paved the way for me to live the life that I'm living now. I would definitely want to do that. I would want to travel, go to different parts of the world. Since I started this YouTube thing and got people to check in from all different areas, I most definitely need to go to the different places, I want to go to different countries. I want to have different experiences, things that I would have never thought about doing, things that I didn't grow up doing. I would definitely want to do, They can, man. I want them to get space travel where we could go to different planets. I know that wouldn't happen within 5 years, but I just seen those pictures of Mars. I've been looking at the pictures that they've been taking on the moon. I definitely want to do that. Somebody said go to Jamaica. Shout out to the Jamaicans. I would definitely go to the Jamaicans. I would definitely go see Jamaica. I would go see Haiti. I would definitely go to those types of places, man. I would go to the motherland. in Africa. I would go to Europe, different spots in Europe, places like that. Also want to go to Macau out there in China. I can think that that's one of the biggest gambling spots, man. See a fight out there. I want to go to O2 Arena to go see a fight out there. Saudi Arabia. I definitely want to go to these types of places, you know what I mean? But that's all I got. Thanks, everybody, for checking on. I will catch you guys again tomorrow. Peace out, man. Love y'all.